I was supposed to be looking happy and joyful and like excited, and I literally just looked like shit. I was like, my eyes were just all bloodshot because I was. Good morning and welcome back to another video. I probably don't need to give much of an explanation given the kit that I've got on right now, but we are back in Blighty. I'm about to head out on my bike. I've got a 3-hour session to do today with some low cadence efforts, but before I can do that, I need to change my pedal cleats because whilst we were in Spain, the guys at Fast Monkey hooked us up with pound meters, but they were pedal based pound meters, and in order to use them we needed Look cleats. So yeah, the guys gave us some Look cleats. I use Shimano SPDs. So long story short, I'm changing my cleats back to Shimano because now I'm back on my own bike. The position shouldn't be too bad because I made some markings with the pen before I took them off. But yeah, I'm gonna do this right now and then head out on the road. Alright, out on the bike now, properly wrapped up today. It's a solid 2 degrees, but gonna do a 45-minute loop over to Ashurst Beacon and then do 4 reps from the bottom all the way to the top of that climb. It'll be about 8 or 9 minutes doing some low cadence zone 3 reps and then another 45 minutes after. The whole ride will be about 2.5 to 3 hours. And yeah, I'm nice and warm. The sun's out, it's dry. Should be a good day. Alright, that's the first one done. Riding back down the hill now to start the second effort, which is another 7-minute effort, and then I'm going to do 2 9-minute efforts. The other day I did this session, and after the low cadence, I did like 1 minute as high a cadence as I could do, just like revving out really. And that was the hard bit. That was the bit that I struggled with because just going from a low cadence to a max out cadence. It's one of those sessions that just makes you feel sick, but today I've not got that 1 minute high cadence. My plan just says to do the low cadence, so yeah, hopefully today's session should be a little bit nicer. That's the first one done. Feeling pretty good. Now we go again.
Crowd, all the lights go out. Should I slow it?
And that is 3, the first of the longer effort, the 9-minute effort. That one started to hurt a little bit towards the end because, I don't know, it's a weird pain. You know, you're doing that, it's like that low cadence, it just becomes a little bit laboured. But yeah, nonetheless, 3 efforts, 3 controlled zone 3 efforts. 1 more to go. 1 more to go now and then we are done.
Down. Feel the pressure now. How did they know how to feel?
I've got the UK Top 40 on Spotify in my headphones today, and you know, we're coming into December now. December means Christmas. Christmas means Christmas songs, and I can confirm whilst doing efforts, listening to Miley Cyrus isn't ideal. More of a hip hop rap man myself, but that's 4 out of 4 done and dusted. So the goal of this session is to build strength. It's essentially doing dynamic squats on the bike. Each low cadence rep is like doing a squat, so it's a strength session. And as you're pedaling, the natural reaction you want to do is pull up on the bars as well, like as you push down on the pedals, because you're grinding that gear. That's not the goal of this session, so it's real hard to you gotta just try and relax your upper body and just grip your bars as loosely as possible and try and put all the focus on turning the pedals rather than pulling on the bars. It is harder than you think. 2.5 hour ride in the legs. Wasn't a bad day today actually, even though it was cold. There was no wind, the sun was out, the roads were dry, I wrapped up warm, and you know, I had a good ride, I enjoyed it, and believe it or not, I'm actually quite happy to be back riding in the UK. Okay, so whilst I got a little bit of a grim afternoon, I've not got much else planned for today. I thought I would talk about something. I thought I would go into a little bit more detail about something. I quickly went over this at the time, but I never really gave you guys too much substance. I never really told you guys too much about the situation. So during the Vuelta, I got a ton of messages, and I mean a ton of messages saying, hey, I've been watching the Vuelta on Eurosport, and Zwift have an advertisement within the ad breaks, and the person on the Zwift ad looks very much like you. The reason that person looked like me is because it was your boy. My first ever Grand Tour appearance. But yeah, that was me on the Zwift ad. For those of you that haven't seen the Zwift ad, here it is.
Zwift sponsors coverage of La Vuelta on ITV4.
It was literally like a half a second clip, but that was my first Grand Tour appearance, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to take you back into like the whole story of it and how it came around and how that opportunity arose to me. I've done a little bit of work with Zwift in the past. If you follow Zwift on any social media, you may well have seen me in some of their ads, in some of their pictures, just as a model, I guess. Now this year during the summer, I was racing the RAS over in Ireland. The RAS is a UCI 1.2 stage race. It's an 8-day race. It was my first ever UCI stage race. I've talked about this race probably close to 100 times in the videos right now. But about stage 4, I got an email from Zwift saying that there's this opportunity next week to come down to London and film an ad. They didn't say what it was for. You know, companies never really do say what things are for, what campaigns are for. They just say that we need a model in London on this date. Can you be there? Do you want this job? And obviously instantly I said yes. I love working with Zwift. They're a cool bunch of people, and you know, it's a great opportunity for myself, and it's work, you know. But I finished the RAS, I think it was a Sunday. I think the final stage was a Sunday, and I was needed in London on Monday morning, which is, you know, it's fine. I went home Sunday. I was going home Sunday night anyway. I could catch the train down to London on the Monday morning. But the one single problem was I hadn't had a haircut for about a month, so I was looking a little bit scruffy. You watch that video back, pause it on my face, on my head, and you'll probably see my hair is quite long and it's quite messy. And I knew this was going to be a little bit of a problem because it's a video ad. You need to be looking smart, you need to be looking your best. But I literally had no other option other than get a random haircut from some barber in London, which I didn't really want to do. So I turned up at the Zwift offices, or I turned up at set. And the first thing the guys there said to me was, did you not fancy getting a haircut before you came here? Thankfully, it all worked out okay because I explained the situation. I explained how I'd just finished this race, and I had to come almost straight from the race to London, and you know, they understood the situation. So in the end, it was all G. But basically, they gave me a kit to wear. It was a Rafa kit. They did my hair and makeup, which is quite a normal thing for these shoots. And basically, in a nutshell, all I had to do was ride on a turbo trainer, pull a few faces, and there was a crew of literally 15 or 20 guys, different guys holding lights, different camera angles, a director, a producer. It was a whole massive gig in this studio in London, and I just had to sit in the middle of this sort of fake bedroom it was, and just pedal my bike, look happy when they say look happy, look like I'm suffering when they say look like you're suffering. Bear in mind, guys, I just finished an 8-day stage race, an 8-day UCI stage race, and I was told to just pedal for probably about 3 hours straight on a turbo trainer. I was absolutely FUCKED'd to the point where we'd done about an hour of filming, and we had to take a break because I was supposed to be looking happy and joyful and like excited, and I literally just looked like shit. I was like, my eyes were just all bloodshot because I was so tired from traveling, from the racing. We had to have like a 1 hour break where I just went and just had like an hour to myself, just relaxing and doing nothing. Then we come back into set and continued. But essentially that was like a whole day filming. I think I was there for about 8 to 10 hours for that 1 second clip. And to me, that just blows my mind how long it takes, like, of filming one person, just filming me, to get a 1 second clip. In the end, it all worked out well, and I think the ad came out pretty good. But yeah, that is the story and how I managed to appear on the Zwift Vuelta ad. Guys, thank you for watching today's video. A thumbs up would be really appreciated. And as always, I will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Just watch me break.